Welcome back again to another live show. The usual that takes place at 8 o'clock on a Friday night. As always, of course, we'll definitely talk about the game against Brighton last Saturday. Bit of a, it's hard to predict. I mean, the ran ragus in the second half. First half, I thought we did well, but second half, we really came at us. But if it wasn't for Nick Pope, we're losing that game. We really, really are. Talk about the game on Sunday against Man City, because it's going to be a very tough game on Sunday. It really, really is indeed. But I am feeling quite hopeful, as I've said in the preview. So there you are. Again, talk about more transfers as usual. Of course, a bit of moment of madness on a Monday night. So there you are. And sorry, Chippers, you know what I'm going to say. You know when we have an hour of the show. Yep. Well, we'll just rattle through some comments for the minute. We've got Mason. He says, I might be on later, Pierre. Just did Shields at the minute. No problem here, Mason. Hopefully we'll get to see you at some point during the show. Definitely. So there you are. But again, guys, if you do enjoy tonight's show, please do hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, or if you join the content, not yet subscribed as well. If you would like to donate as well to the channel, we, of course, Super Chat is available. So click the $sign and you can donate to the channel. If you'd like to become a member as well of the channel, just click the join button and you can become a member of the channel as well. And, of course, if you would like to appear on tonight's show as well, the link is pinned in the live chat. So if you like to click on the link, and I'll see you in the waiting room and bring you on tonight's show as well. Well, we haven't got any more comments in, so we may as well get the guys in. So we've got good old Chippers. We have got, would you believe it? He's early the day. Mr. Archer.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, he's topless and all.
And we've got Gordon as well. Good evening, fellas.
Evening.
Hello.
Okay, then we'll get into it. So, starting from last week, what did we make?
Good point.
Good point.
I said, if you look, last season was the first time we beat Brighton actually until before we got promoted to that season in the Championship. So that's a good 6 years we haven't beaten them. Either they usually beat us, or we draw, or we don't win. So it's a case of past couple of years we've started to slowly turn the corner a bit, and they're struggling to beat us, even though they dominated the second half. They couldn't beat us, and we're being harder to play against. So
I mean, if it wasn't down to
the Pope,
that man there, absolutely.
What a keeper.
We're losing that game. And our defenders as well. For keeping us in that as well, which you got it because we've had clearances off the line as well.
I thought Botman was outstanding, like in defence. I thought he just looked like he'd been playing the Premier League last year. Just what he does, just the way he defends, and I mean, he was getting dummied in his own penalty area, but the Brighton players were falling for it. It was ridiculous, man.
That's the quality we've got in him. He's absolutely brilliant.
He just reads it. He just knows where the danger is. He knows how to deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one of the talking points in the game is this.
He says no one near the ball.
That picture tells you everything you need to know about the whole situation. I'm sorry, but if that hits his arm, is that handball? Because look how high his arm is. That's an unnatural position, surely.
Don't know how that was not given. He's nowhere near. His head was nowhere near his foot.
I mean, it's a bit of a funny one, isn't it? I mean, people will say because he's not touched the bloke, but people will say, "Oh, but it's a high boot." But
how else are you meant to go for the ball if he went with his head, they would have clashed heads. So it's kind of like you can't or you might just leave it, not bother attempting it. It's ridiculous. The law needs changing. The law needs changing because you can't. If he didn't go for it there, we would say, "Oh, Wilson's bottled that," but he went for it, and now he's being said, "Oh, he's foot high." Well, like I said, if he went with his head, he would have headbutted him, and Dunk would have collided heads, and would have been a hell of a lot worse.
Second, poor players would have been pretty knocked out.
yeah, I mean, it is a strange one, isn't it? I mean, because if Wilson if the referee doesn't blow this whistle, VAR could also check it as well.
He should have disappeared up here. He foot his head. His head's nowhere near his foot.
Well, you could say that.
It looks like he's got a handball as well. With his hand up. If he handballed that, would if we are intervened?
Well, it's a funny one, isn't it? Again, there's a lot of mixed opinions on that. So
my thing is, we got 4 points from 2 games, so I would have took that at the start.
Yeah, well, this next comment from Joe Linton has got a bit of debate as well. João Pedro, of course, we're linked with them.
I think we'll make him now. If the cost to say there's 35 million.
Would you take a punt on this lad in the team or not?
We gave Chris Wood a bloody chance, so why not?
Exactly. It is Pedro's a better player.
I think we need to move on and literally focus on
other
targets.
The fact is, with João Pedro, he can play either the left, the right, and the middle.
That's what we need. He's a bit versatile, isn't he?
So it kind of strengthens around that area a little bit. But does he take us forward in terms of scoring goals, creating chances? I mean, fair enough. The game last season against Watford at home when we drew 1-1, he was fantastic in that game for them. And he did back them the equaliser for them as well.
It was a hell of a leap, wasn't it?
But our defence at the time wasn't exactly great, was it? I mean, we had Dummett playing at left back, who's got no legs. We had Lascelles playing at centre back, who literally just stood and watched him run. So
he's only scored 3 goals last season.
Yeah, that's the thing.
For a 21-year-old Brazilian, 30 million. Would you actually risk it?
That was quite a right, Matt. A 21-year-old Brazilian for 30 million. I mean, yeah.
I mean, we paid 25 for Chris Wood, and he's only scored 2 goals, hasn't he?
I'll pay 35 million for him. Eddie Howe will probably get the best out of him.
But that's the question: could Eddie Howe get the best out of him, which Gord's just mentioned there, if he came?
I think he could.
It's a risk.
Again, there's a lot of debate over João Pedro. We've got to admit. Jolene says, hope Bruno doesn't go, but if we don't match his ambition, Eddie's house says he's not going in this window.
He's not going, man.
Bollocks, that like.
They heard what Eddie Howe said.
Watford fans
not going anywhere.
Yeah, well, Watford fans love Pedro, according to Liam, which they do. Pedro is awful. Come on, this is Poundcastle United. But again, if we got him, I would back the lad. I would give him a chance.
Yeah, give him a chance because you don't know. I mean, yesterday I was like, his stats is. I mean, no offense to Joe Linton can say this, but what would Joe Linton? Look what's happened to him. Think of it like Eddie Howe, Emil Kraft, he's turned him around out of nothing. It's quite capable of he could come here and he could score 10 goals this season, and then we'll get top 10, and everyone says that is it's a good sign because he's got one of the top 10. He's contributed to say 10 goals. That's he's only 20. Is he 21 or something?
20. He's only 20.
20 exactly. He's 20-year-old. He's nowhere near the first article yet. So, if he comes here, he's playing with better players. That's another thing. You'll have a player like Bruno and St. Maximum and Wilson.
He will go if they come in. Well, we'll see. Watford fans say Pedro is better than stats suggest. Very well. Of
I
course,
think he's worth. I think he's worth the risk.
what will Alex be saying on Paul Short about João Pedro? I'm a midfield destroyer, according to Jolin.
Yes. You were played up front for 2 years and you were absolutely dog shit. So, Joel Linton, I think, if you obviously know you're not the real one, but you really shouldn't be having to go at somebody else when you were criticised for 2 years, like, so.
30 million for Pedro or 50 to 60 for Madison. Come on.
No.
The fact
Ah.
is, I don't
There
think
is
no
no
I really,
way. There
I
is
really-
no way Newcastle's going to pull out 60 million for Madison.
I think
Not
Leicester.
yet.
I really just think Leicester don't want to sell him now. Now I'm hearing
The-
rumours they want to give him a new contract.
The thing is, right, if he doesn't sign a new contract, he's only got 2 years left of his contract. Next summer, he's available for 30 million. So we're not
If
going to
we-
waste 60 million when next year we're getting for 30.
Madison is not going to happen. The only midfielder we'll probably end up getting is Paqueta.
Or
Probably
Pulisic.
deadline day.
Maybe
I mean, I'm-
Pulisic on loan from Chelsea as well.
Him or
I mean, I'm
Being
getting
an-
bored. I'm getting kind of bored with the Paqueta stories now.
Me too.
like,
People are
I'm
just
not
getting
thinking about
over.
it.
with me-
I mean,
with me-
people are just getting excited because he's Bruno's teammate. That doesn't mean he's exactly going to come.
with
Then
me-
plus the
with me-
picture that was on,
the boy now.
Plus the pitch I was broadcasted as well in the back garden.
Mhm.
I'm not thinking about Paqueta. I think he'll come, but I'm not thinking about it. I think, well, if he comes, he comes. If not, not. I think he will. But I think if he doesn't, then he doesn't. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world because I don't even know. Like we say, we don't even know if he's a target or if he's in the club's plans or anything like that. So we can speculate to accumulate. Well, I know there's people been doing it again on social media today, saying it's close. But again, I'm coming from work and just
Liam thinks Leicester will want closer to 100 million.
will
Oh,
not get
no,
100
no.
million for somebody with 2 years left on his contract, unfortunately.
I don't think he's worth 60 million. I think he's worth at least 30 million, but he's definitely not worth 60.
Knowing these targets will probably get Cleverly. I don't think we'd go in for Cleverly.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no.
going to go get a drink. I'm just going to get a drink. I'll be 2 minutes.
They will get Sissoko back to the will ask for 1 million, well offer 200k Musa Sissoko. Again, we don't want a player back who wanted a player to be off ship.
Exactly what he wanted to leave, didn't he?
Remember when we had Peter? Remember when we had Disco as Isco back in the day?
God almighty.
Oh, Cisco. I remember him.
I mean, it's just like, what the hell?
I remember Cisco.
He
What
was
a player.
shocking.
He was the worst player I've ever seen.
One of them
Never
was
had- Then we had De Jong, didn't we? Luke De Jong.
yeah, he was a flop.
And Sim as well.
Yep.
Both of them, both flops. Looking now at when they left, they scored goals for fun.
Yeah. Well, that's it, isn't it?
I just hope they can get a player in before the window shuts.
Hopefully we will do still. Joe Lynn thinks Pedro isn't worth 35 million. I'd kind of agree with that. I don't think he is worth 35 million. Would you say that?
Yeah, I'll say that. But Watford's not going to budge. They're going to want the money that he's their best player, so they're going to want 35 million from him. You'd consider it.
Well, yeah.
I think we should have went after the player that went to first. Dennis.
If Pedro wasn't Brazilian and he was English and called Phil, people wouldn't rate him. Well, he's not English, he's Brazilian. And again, I go back to him again. If we got him, I would back him. I would give him a chance.
I'll give it. Obviously, if he did come, you'll think we're going to used to win the Newcastle play.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, game on Sunday. How are we feeling for it?
Oh God, Man City! Oh fucking hell!
I'd say 2-2.
I think we're going to draw.
It's possible, you know. I mean, if he doesn't go with Lascelles at the back, you never know.
Of course, Lascelles getting a game for Newcastle unless it's in the cups.
But the question is, does Eddie Howe stick with his 4-3-3 formation, or does he go with 3 centre-backs?
Three centre backs and then the wing backs.
You think Archer, he's going to go with that?
Probably. You've got to change it up, like, haven't you, if you're playing the big teams.
Because Man City are going to have possession of the football, so you have to be patient.
Yep.
And then also got to keep Haaland quiet because that lad's fucking quick.
Yep, that's the thingy. But it all depends who Eddie Howe puts, which formation he goes with. I think Botman should definitely be starting on Sunday because I think he can get at the defence with his pace and all that.
Yeah, I think if Botman plays in Haaland, I think Botman would have Haaland in Poppy's hand.
I reckon we'd be playing 3 at back, Lamburn, Botman and Shaw. Then Trippier in target.
If Target does make the game, it said in Eddie Howe in his press conferences, they will make a late decision on him. So he's either going to be for the game or he's not. But yet again, Eddie Howe's not going to give too much away.
Well,
so he could be back for the game. You never know.
In the middle, it'll be Joel Linton and Bruno. And then you've got Maxi, Almiron, Wilson.
You could well be.
So you won't know the team news until hour a bit before kickoff.
Zaha is ideal. Not long left on his contract. I would take Zaha. If not, we should get Eze. Eze is a really good player as well. Just get the game out of the way and focus on Wolves. Yep, we could. That's another thing as well. But...
We've got Tranmere before Wolves in the cup.
Who wants to bet how goes for Solanke or someone? I bet. I don't think
no, don't think
he's not going to buy
Solanke. We do not want any more Bournemouth players.
Well, I don't think we'll not be going in for Solanke. We've not been linked with him.
His name hasn't even bet.
I reckon players are like gone in the summer, you know.
I know Paul did in his video the day that if he makes the game, he could have him as left wing back if Eddie Howe does go with the back 3. But even Liam said he wanted Eze to come when he was at QPR. I think Eze, as I mentioned, is a very good player, isn't he? Chivers, how are you feeling for the... Yeah? No, go ahead.
I'm going to be controversial. I think he might leave ASM on the bench.
Ooh, wow, interesting.
I just think for this type of game, it might be not what we require.
Well, we'll see. But how are you feeling for Sunday, anyways?
There's no pressure on us, is there? All the pressure's on Man City because they're going to be the ones expecting to win. Because if they want to win the title, like this is the game they're going to be having to see to be winning the apparent tough games where they can grind the results out.
Yeah.
I asked on Paul's channel on Tuesday. I said we'd get me 2-0, so I haven't changed my mind.
Again, it all depends. I mean, do you think Eddie Howe, as I said to the other two guys, does he go with the 4-3-3 or does he go with 3 centre backs?
I think a back 5. I think he'll play Target and Trippier as the wing backs, and he'll play
that's what I was saying.
Botman and Shaw as a back 3.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I think he'll do what we did at Chelsea away last season, where he'll play the 5 and then he'll play the 3 and have ASM on the bench and bring him on like if it's 0-0 with 20 minutes to go, and rather than start him and obviously times we'll know times he has a lapse of not tracking back and helping his defenders out, and I think this Sunday we're going to need that.
Yep, absolutely. Please, Eddie, don't start Wood. He's not going to start.
David, I think he'd be gone in January. I think he'd be gone in January.
I mean, well, yeah, could be at the end of the season, perhaps as well.
We'll have to cut our losses with him. Because we're not going to get what they. I'll be looking to get 5 million for him.
No, well, definitely not. But so it could be. I think Eddie Howe might stick with 4-3-3. I think he could stick with that. Still, I've got the feeling. I just go for it. Well, you never know, because when I was doing the preview with Martin, he said Man City haven't really been playing 4-3-3.
I heard on Paul's channel last night they're apparently playing 2-3-5. According to the call that was on, the 2-3-5 or something. And I'm thinking that's something like you would play on Football Manager. That way you just have 5 forwards on the pitch and just say go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but
what was the score last season? Man City at home?
4-0
to
them.
We lost 9-0 now. We'll get to them.
But that was because we had Clark and Lascelles as centre backs, and you know what was going to happen because.
And I've noticed the last 2 games, Kieran Clark hasn't been in Sheffield United's team.
Mm.
He wasn't playing the night against the Mackhams.
Yeah. Hi, Wendy. Hope you well. I think we can hopefully give City a good run on Sunday. Don't expect to win, but a draw will be excellent. No shame in losing to City, though, in all fairness. I agree with what Wendy's just said there. But if we lose the game, as long as we have a goal, that's what I'll be pleased about.
That's all the Castle fans want, just have a go at them. If they lose,
You say there was times at home last season we give it a go, but it was just how wide open our defence was, which is why we conceded 4 goals.
And now we've got a Botman at the centre back.
Yep. So there you are.
And what a player he is, though, Botman.
I hope
I'm
he
going
does.
to show off with mate.
No problem, Archer.
Catch you in a bit.
Yeah.
See you, man. See you, Archer.
Yeah.
Okay, Arthur.
He's going to miss the food pics, but never mind.
Hopefully he's going to put a top one.
Leaf says, I get to the top tomorrow. No, they're away
Yeah, wait.
to Dorking Wanderers.
Yeah. I was there on Tuesday, Peter, against North County. The goal that was score was unlucky because it was a goal off story.
I heard it was, but
apart from that, it was a good game. We kept back quiet.
Yeah, but I know Gates said they haven't won a game yet, but they've not lost in the National League North yet.
Just a matter of time before we start winning.
Yeah, it's a possibility as well. So
it's when, not if, when we start winning.
Yeah. Do you think Grealish is going to start for Man City tomorrow with all the thing going on social media with all the Miggy and Grealish thing? Well,
no, I don't think Pep will play him. I think Pep's too clever to start him because he'll know it might just stir up stuff. So I think he'll keep him on the bench for as long as he can.
Because Newcastle try to battle him.
I think he'll play Mahrez.
I mean, does it got any hope? Doesn't really think Morris is a good player, but he scores against us as well. But that's the thing.
I'll tell you what, we'll have Morris and then have Jacob Murphy, and we'll see what he says after that.
Exactly. Morris.
How many points do you think we should aim for? Wow!
Oh, come on, man! I don't know. How many points did we get last season?
49 last season.
49, well, get over 50, and then it's an improvement. That's what you've got to aim for, get over 50.
Yeah, it is actually, so you never know. Look at them. AJ says, we're a different animal this season. I'm confident of a cracking match. I can see points shared. Interesting. And it is possible. Because we attack them, and we try and go get something out of the game, or we invite the pressure on, but I don't want us to do that, which I don't think Eddie Howe will want to do that.
I think we're going to attack from the start.
Joel
thinks 69 points we should get.
Bloody hell,
now why he says that number. No, now why he says that number. You get it? Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I just got it.
There you go, almighty.
What an idiot.
I've just taken one just take one game at a time and not focus on points targets. Yeah, that's how we should be doing. I mean, if we don't beat Man City, we can focus on Wolves away because I think that is a winnable game. Because I don't think they've started the season off well, and I can't see them beating Spurs tomorrow as well.
Just say no. They've really signed like one player or something, and that's it.
And Mateus Nunes. Nunes or Davis.
Plus, Gibbs White's now is off on his way to Forest.
He stayed.
42 million.
Wow,
That's ridiculous. That 42 million pounds
It's 42.5 million.
for a player who was on loan at Sheffield United last season, couldn't even get in the Wolves team.
Exactly. I don't know that they have to be careful for us with this fair play thing, or they're going to get done.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 16 players now, and they spent over 100 million?
Something like that, wasn't it?
It's ridiculous, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Still going to get relegated.
if they're trying to improve the squad to try and stay in the league, fair play, okay, but it's how they're going to gel as a team as well.
Yeah.
Wendy says, I think the owners will be doing plenty behind the scenes that we will not know about until the window's about to close. Think back to the takeover, Pete. Yep, absolutely, Wendy.
Exactly.
Something could definitely be going on.
It's going to be painted.
So there you are. So it's.
I still think we'll get somebody before the window shuts. I really do.
Yeah, why not? It's possible.
But there's not going to be bullied to pay stupid money.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
I believe it anyhow. The owners.
Yep. Definitely as well. I'm up to with my comments. I mean, who do you think's going to get the first goal out of the game on Sunday as well? I mean, it could well be.
I said we won't score, so it'll be them.
Well, there you did. So
I think we'll get a result. I think we may possibly, if we play with a cover, I think we'll get a draw. But we need to keep Holland quiet.
Julian says, would rather take Powder Canyon and Darren Bent than Petro.
Oh, God's sake, man.
Well, back in the prime, but not now.
Back in the day, the Canyon was probably...
Liam thinks Newcastle 1, Man City 3. Is his prediction fair play? That's what Martin went for in the prediction as well. 3-1 to City.
I don't see us scoring.
Martin thinks it's not going to be an easy game for them as well.
Oh, I think it'll be I think they'll be win 2-0 and
what? So as we give it a go in the game, that's the main thing as well. So
we're just going to get this game out of the way now. And just after that, just got a couple of good job out there, Wolves.
Yeah. Let's see whatever the result is. We can see that game is gone. We focus on the other games upcoming because they are winnable. Wolves, Crystal Palace, and who's it after
Liverpool's before Palace.
Oh yes, Liverpool as well. What about Liverpool? But then after that we got Palace. We're away to West Ham as well.
West Ham on the 10th or something, I think.
Mm-hmm. Joel Hidd says, would a hat-trick of phone calls, I bet. Hopefully not. I don't think...
definitely points there.
We'll not see Wood. If we start Wood, then I would find it very strange because we need Wilson in on the start.
You'll only start Wood if Wilson's injured. You will not start money that time.
Mm-hmm. Well, exactly. And Wilson...
Nobody's missed a Willock, either. It was played or starting.
Well, there you are. I just, on a lighter note, Man United have Liverpool on Monday. Absolutely. And I think that'll be 3 defeats out of 3.
Oh, Liverpool
for
will beat them.
Man
I've got
United.
Liverpool to win 3-0.
I think it's Bournemouth at home after West Ham away. Yes, it is. So again, some very interesting games. So as well, we've got upcoming some of these definitely winnable.
Is
The
it-
game, the
Is
one
there a
after.
national- Is there a national break this season? Apart from the World Cup, is there any Nation League, anything like that?
Apparently, as well, what do you call it? João Pedro isn't in the Watford squad for tomorrow, apparently.
Wow.
I think he's going to be Newcastle. I really think he's going to be Newcastle player next week.
I bought my Bournemouth ticket for Bournemouth at home yesterday. Nice one. So Liam's up for that one as well. Oh, good evening, Mr. James Sharkey.
Evening.
You know, Sharky?
How's it going? Evening, Sam. How's it going, man? Yeah, good.
How are you find how do you think the game will go on Sunday?
I think we've always got a chance, to be honest. We're playing under Eddie Howe at the minute.
Yep. Does Eddie
I'm
Howe
quite confident we can get to him.
Why not? Does Eddie Howe stick with it? Does he go with the same formation or does he go with 3 centre-backs?
Stick with what you know, to be honest. I mean, at the end of the day, even if... There's no point going all defensive against Manchester City because we've proven it all before that even under Bruce, when we played 5 at the back, we were still exploited. So, you know what? I'd rather lose heavily having to go, play 4-3-3, what he usually plays, and then play 5 at the back and then just know that you're not going to do anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not expecting a lot of the ball and we're not going to have many chances, but at least if you do play 4-3-3, you're giving yourself that chance, you know, that opportunity where Man City might make the odd mistake and we can exploit them.
Yeah, absolutely. We tried to get it looks like a troll tried to get in the chat as well until Joe Layton's booted him out as well. So I think... So if you just bear with me. Hold on.
Is it a Sunderland fan by any chance?
No, it's just a daft twat.
I think you know him, Peter.
No, I don't know him, but hold on, if you just bear with me, if I could just if you just so I'll just try to see if I can
Block him.
Yeah, that's the word. So yeah, I'll just do that, dude. Let's see if I can just get this twat blocked. Oh, it's not.
I've got Norwich and Millwall on at the minute, just some football on the Friday night and still 0-0.
Oh, they have done. Right, then that twat is now blocked.
He probably is a fucking Mackham.
I'm not reading the comment out as well, so
Don't blame me.
There you are. But that's that idiot blocked. Oh God, Joe Linton. Jesus. AJ's gone for 2-2 after going twice behind. We've done it before.
Who says we're going to draw against City?
And that was under Bruce, would you believe it?
Yes, when Shelby scored that worldie. And De Bruyne scored another worldie as well in the same game.
Yep. There you are.
Brilliant goal, by the way. I mean, De Bruyne, you could put 2 keepers in there and still want to save that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that De Bruyne?
Yeah, it was a brilliant effort.
No. He's just quality De Bruyne. He's passing and...
At the end of the day, like, against anyone at home, we can do damage against, you know what I mean? It's under Eddie Howe, you have that feel-good factor that it doesn't matter who you play, we've always got that chance of winning or coming out with a positive result.
Yeah. Joe says, I reckon Newcastle 1, City 2. Fair play as long as we give it a go in the game.
That's it.
That's it.
Like, if we get beat, we'll get beat, but as long as we're having to go, that's all you can ever expect from the lads.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, at the end of the day, if you look at Man City's quality compared to what we've got, okay, they probably should battle it, but until then, who knows what's going to happen on the day?
There you are.
But as I said, I think, you know, at home, I don't like to back against it because we can beat anyone or we can draw against anyone within the top 6.
I mean, look at the way we took Arsenal on the final home game of the season last season, even though it was 2-0, but we ran riot past them for the
Did you watch the All or Nothing documentary? It was brilliant. The way Arteta was talking.
I've not caught up. I've not had a chance to see yet, but
it's good. I've watched the whole thing. It's good. But he was like, "Oh, Newcastle were 1,000 times better than us today. They wanted it more. We were shocking. This is why we're not getting Champions League, because we're going to teams like Newcastle and basically getting beat." He didn't want to disrespect me that way, but he had a point. To be fair, though.
What do you make of this comment from Joe Linton? We should get Shea Given in for that goalkeeper coach role. That would be
it's a good chance, because Shea Given was at Derby.
I mean, Shea Given was.
He was at Derby.
Oh, he is.
No, I think he's still currently there at the minute, but he was there for a bit, and then he went into coaching, for keeping. So, don't see why not.
I mean, I loved Shea Given when he was goalkeeper for us.
Legend, club legend. Get him back.
The best we had, I thought.
It's a shame that the previous one left, but I suppose if he's looking at other options, then.
Mm-hmm. All or Nothing is comedy, according to Joe Linton. Again, I've not seen it yet. But there's a chance to see it. Well, you've seen the show, you've said, and
the whole thing. There's 8 episodes.
Was that the Arsenal thing?
Yeah, I actually quite enjoy it. It's actually given me another side of Arteta, really, because I thought he was like that soft touch, but then actually when you watch it, I don't think he does it for the cameras. I actually genuinely think he wants the best out of that side. He's pulls no punches with them. He basically tells them as it is, and if you're not good enough, then you can see how far they've come in a short space of time, over the summer, and that they're obviously second in the league, aren't they? Only on the goals scored. So
absolutely, yep. So they are.
Can you just imagine if Steve Bruce did it? They'd be like, "Well, I've tried Greg's and I've tried Burger King and I've tried KFC, but
I'll be honest. They will watch after one episode. They'll switch off. I'm watching the rest of this like that. No chance.
I mean, it's his team now in the bottom 3 in the Champions.
They haven't won a game yet in 4 games. Not won a game yet.
Well, I mean, I know they haven't won a game, but I'm pretty sure they're in the bottom 3.
And they're going to lose tomorrow as well. Right? They're going to lose tomorrow as well.
Where do you think Newcastle will finish? I've gone for 7th.
9th. Just if I on our business alone and how I think the season's going to go, I'm going to say a top 10.
Why not?
I say about 8th.
But I say 9th because you've seen 2 sides in Newcastle. We played Forest, who are disjointed, but we scored 2. We should probably have scored 5 or 6. But then you see another side of it against Brighton, where we didn't have a lot of the ball and we kept giving the ball away in cheap areas. And obviously Nick Pope had a worldie. The defence was on point. So in a way, we could have went from beating Forest quite comfortably, and as I should have scored more. Against Brighton, we'll come away with a point. It really should have been beaten heavily.
I mean, yeah, but what about the disallowed goal, though, that was by Wilson? There's still a lot of debate on that.
I think personally it is a high put, but at the end of the day, I mean, if that's our only chance all game, it's still poor.
I mean, but that's, you look at that, and his foot's nowhere near the person.
I think as well. Question is, would the keeper have saved it? Had the referee not blown, obviously, because the keeper was just watching it as he tapped it in. But I know what you mean. It is a tricky one, but we can't just define it on that one moment, because Brighton had loads of big chances where they could have easily put it back by off him.
And they missed.
Yeah, that's it.
6 will finish if we get targeted. Not Pedro, though. If not 60th, we'll not finish 16th this season.
No, I think we're too strong for 16th.
We'll be putting a lot more sides away this season.
We'll be in that top 10, but I think we'll definitely be between 7th and 10th somewhere. But I'm going to say 9th, just somewhere around there.
Yep.
I just think you've got you've got clubs that are stronger than us. Obviously, you've got your top 6, and then I'm still a bit unreserved with Leicester at the minute. Obviously, depends. I know they haven't done much or any business at all, but you still got Aston Villa. I know they've had a bit of a shaky start, but you're only talking a couple of games into the season now, so I really don't know.
Still a bit early doors in it.
Yeah, that's it.
Someone asked me when I've taken 4 points from 2 games, snapped anyone's hand off. I mean, look where we were last season. We didn't win a game until December. We won our first
It
one.
took us to October to get 4 points.
Liam's going for 8th in a cup run. That'd be good. Joking, I think 6 if we get good players in. It's possible. But we need some
I think we're going to do quite well in both cup competitions this season. Just got that feeling.
We got to. Yep, we've got to.
Got to give something back to the fans, you know what I mean? At least after what's been a couple of. At the end of the day, like I'm not banking on we're finishing in the the European positions. I'm not like that. I think just with the whole takeover, I still think we're early days. Like you were Eddie Howe, we're obviously trying to build his own squad, if you like. I still think there's a lot more work to do. Do you know what I mean? I think I said 9th would probably be a good starting platform.
I reckon 7th and 9th this season in progress from that. God, Bruceless has gone and we'd have been championship fodder. We certainly would have been championship.
We could be on the telly tonight against Norwich in a championship game, you know what I mean? It's what it could have been about Bruce.
They're playing tonight. It's Millwall they're playing, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm watching it now. No. It's been a cagey game. Right? I mean, Norwich, they don't look the same. Let's be honest.
Well.
I haven't been impressed with them at all. They've looked bang average this season.
No, they don't. No, they give the ball.
Has Hayden even played for them
yet?
Has Hayden played for them? Because I've hardly seen him figure or anything. Is he injured or?
Not featured yet.
Who? Sorry,
Hayden.
Honestly, do you know what it is? Like Norwich have been that poor in the first few games of the season. I forgot even existed that he even played for them. That's no disrespect to Hayden. It's just Norwich. I haven't really seen much of them, and what you have seen of them are just they're poor.
I still think Norwich will finish in the top 4.
I tell you what it is. He could get the sack. You know.
Dean Smith.
You could, yeah, because like their expectations are to obviously get straight back up, and they're not convincing.
Aye.
I mean, Steve Bruce is going to get into a defeat tomorrow against Hull. I can see that one happening straight away.
Yeah, it's Hull or West Brom.
Norwich are like our last championship as we had a poor start. We did have at the beginning. We had a very poor start.
Yeah, we lost to Fulham and we lost to Huddersfield.
Yep, and we did win after that.
Reading in the cup.
Yep, we're Reading at home in the league.
Sorry, Reading at home, and then we had a cup game. I think we won in that as well.
Okay.
We had a good little run in the Carabao Cup, didn't we?
We did.
Finals. I don't know, like Norwich haven't been that convincing, if I'm honest. As I said, it is early days, but they just look so disjointed.
Liam says, I said Hull will be the surprise package.
I said that as well. I said they'd go up.
They could do. I
mean, if I did.
West Brom, they've got Brucey's West Brom tomorrow as well.
I'm going to say at the Hawthorns, right, it's going to be West Brom 1, Hull City 3, and then Steve Bruce will get the sack. It's a bit of an early call, but, Brucey's for my side.
Mm-hmm.
No, honestly, West Brom they're like Norwich. They don't look convincing. They always score enough goals and just concede too many.
Yeah. What do we make? Again, we just talked about earlier that man was linked with Real Madrid, but obviously Eddie Howe says he ain't going anywhere.
In a way, it shows like how well coached he is. Like it shows how far he's come. Though at Newcastle, I know it's not going to happen, but it shows what he can bring to the table. Do you know what I mean? Like what a good player will have. Like basically a gem of a sign, if you ask me.
Yep, absolutely.
So I think Eddie Howe was spot on in his press conference. The way he answered it, he was very professional.
Who's going down at the end of the season? I'm still going to stick with me 3. I did go for Bournemouth, Leeds, and Everton.
I said Bournemouth will finish bottom, Forest will finish 19th, even though they signed all these players. I'm still not convinced. And 18th, I went Southampton. Yeah. I was tossed between Everton and Southampton, but I think Southampton don't look convincing.
There's at least 5 or 6. There's at least 5 or 6 teams who could go.
Exactly.
Still.
Liam says, part of me wants Hull promoted. One of my Twitter followers is a Hull fan. I think it would be great to see Hull back in the Premier League after a long time.
Tell you, I had Brentford is comfortable saying it, but I can see why. I don't think that Man United was a one-off. Like nobody really gave Brentford any credit for how well they played. That's how they play every week.
I thought they were excellent. I thought again
they didn't get any credit. I felt a bit angry at the way people were going on. They got lucky.
They were just talking about Man United's poor performance.
But the thing is,
Yeah,
it's because Man United lost, because Brentford knows a small club. Like they didn't get the credit that they deserved, and as I said, they could have won like 8 or 9 on that. They could have scored 10. Let's be honest, and that's not being disrespectful to Man United. They were shit.
Yeah,
They were
I
really
bet
bad.
Everton made
not
a
just
big
shit
mistake by
embarrassing.
going to freaking Man United instead of Brentford.
I'm surprised that their game's been
God.
classed as a 3 o'clock kickoff.
God, Joe Linton. Oh, Jesus Christ. He said, did he shout he was watching tossing Everton off? Oh, God almighty.
No, but the thing is, if you look at Everton and look at Southampton, if I was to watch either of them, I'd have more faith that Everton would probably beat them, just based on what I've seen. But Southampton, what I've seen doesn't look good.
Yeah, we've got another guest. Tony, good evening.
Good evening, Pete. Hi, Sam. Hi, Gordon. Hi, all right.
Tony,
Peter, can I just add something to that? I'll tell you one thing as well. I am sick of the TV and radio and everything talking about Man United. I'm sick of it. It's like they're the only club in the world at the minute. It really is embarrassing. It's like, we've had all these problems for years, and now it's been said, but because they've lost 2 games, and apparently their owners don't back the manager, even though they've just signed a £60 million player. It's all
I mean,
exactly. They've just it's all doom and gloom, but every other club in the world, every other club has suffered from this. But how much do they get mentioned? Zilch.
Absolutely. Tony, how are you feeling for Sunday?
Actually, I'm not feeling too bad, if I'm honest. I think we'll have a go. You see, I've said all week, obviously on John's show, but I've said all week when I've done my prediction at the start of the week, I said my heart will see it 2-1, but I'm going with my head because that's the more sensible thing to go with. And I'm going for a 1-1 draw.
That's
Wilson
not
and
bad.
Hart. I'll take a point. I'll take a point now, Pete.
Same I would. Julian says, "Is that the famous Tony I heard runs the streets in Sunderland?" God almighty. Yeah.
Never get me in the streets of Sunderland. You'd have to drag me there.
I bet there's some right bloody hideous characters on the Dark Knight in Sunderland and bloody hell.
Yeah, there'll be some dodgy characters.
With their 20 fingers and 50 toes and their bloody 20 eyes and whatever they've got.
And that sister is the brother.
Yeah. Their boyfriend's their sister, and the boyfriend's the brother, and the girlfriend's the sister.
Wow.
Hey, you guys.
I mean, Tony, does anyhow go with the same formation 4-3-3, or does he go 3 at the back?
Well, I've got a formation, and to be fair, I think he goes 3 at the back.
Okay.
I've got anyhow 3 at the back. So I'll read you out my team, or I can share it on the screen if you want to have a look at it.
Go on then, Tony. Yeah.
Give me one moment, and I'll pull that up for you. This is how I think he might go on Sunday, and I'll explain it to you in a moment once I get it on there. So, obviously, we've got the back line there with Pope, and then obviously Shaw, Botman, and Byrne is your 3 centre backs. Target and Trippier as your wing backs. Bruno and Joe Linton in the middle. Now I'll put Almiron in the number 10 role, playing off the front 2 of St. Maxi and Wilson. I think that is an attacking lineup will frighten City in some ways because they'll not want to drag their defence out too much, especially when you've got the pace of Almiron and the brilliance of Bruno and the bullyness of Joe Linton as well. And then don't forget, Wilson, give him the service and he'll put that ball in the back of the net all day.
Yeah, that's actually a very good shout, that Tony. I've got to admit. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he does go with 3 centre backs. But if we do go with 3 centre backs, I do not want to see Jamal Lascelles in there.
No, I don't think you'd be anywhere near that team, if I'm honest, unless Target's not fit. But I can't see Target not being fit.
Well, we'll see. I mean, they will make a decision on their Target. But again, the Cells played both the games last season against Man City. And that is one of the reasons we lost heavily in the games. Lascelles
9-0
in there. Well, 9-0 on aggregate, yeah.
Yeah, we did, yeah. He's right. But that's the sort of lineup I would go with.
I'm still surprised he's still named as club captain, Mike, even though he's not.
He has made
playing.
a couple of baffling calls, like Eddie Howe, because he's the same with Dubravka. He's put Dubravka as number one, but yeah, he's no longer one number one choice.
But Nick Pope has been fantastic when he's
He
been
has.
in. 2 clean sheets. Oh, God, his distribution to me is way better than Dubravka's as well. Look at the way he is confident of coming out, and he knows when he can get that ball.
What I like about him as well, when his distribution is quite fast. He doesn't dilly-dally with the ball. He's quick out the blocks. Like, to get a counter attack going, because there's nothing worse when a keeper takes like forever. They take a goal kick or just anything that comes his way. Just get it out, play.
Whereas Dubravka can really hesitate at times, and then there's a chance we've conceded a goal. Pope's just like, this is mine. I know I'm getting this ball.
Do you mean hesitate at the point where the ball actually goes in the stands?
The goal we conceded against Bilbao was down to Dubravka because he didn't come for. He could have came for the crossing. He came, he stopped, he stopped, and then eventually the bloke had a header in the back of the net. When if he came for the ball, he would have caught it probably.
That's been the issue with Dubravka, I've got to admit. But Nick Pope, again, it just shows why we've brought him in the football club, and his distribution is a hell of a lot better.
And he saves last week. And he saves last week against Brighton with quality.
Tony, I saw you with our red white. Oh my God almighty!
I don't think so, mate. You got somebody else mixed up, but certainly not me. That's for
it's
sure.
About time the other clubs. It's about time the other club experience what we've had to put up with for 15 years. Only difference is we were ignored by the other 19. Here comes karma. Well said, Wendy. Well said.
Well, what I said earlier. What I said earlier on the show, Pete, because I had a bit of a rant at people because I sort of said, it's people need to calm down over transfers and that. And what I said about the transfers was, when you look at it, before we brought in the centre backs and the full backs we've got now, that defence was leaking. It was leaking like a water pipe that's burst on the main street.
Yep.
And teams were coming and playing against us and thinking, oh, we've got Newcastle today. Oh, we can get 4 or 5 goals, because we can get past their defence with ease. And, people are complaining like, oh, the owners haven't spent this and haven't spent that. But what they have done is they've spent the money on the defence. So now you've got your 2 full backs.
Yep.
They brought 2 centre backs in. We had Cher there, who's always been a great defender. Just Cabbage Head didn't want to play him properly. So when you put that together, we've now got a solid defence.
We have.
And when you build a team, you build from the back first up to the front.
Yep.
And like I said to people tonight, the front players will come. We will get that right winger. We will get that extra striker to cover Callum Wilson. Because I don't even think, in all honesty, Eddie Howe trusts Chris Wood even. So we will get them front people. And I think Newcastle are playing a great game at this because I'm waiting towards the end of the window. Because the thing is, some clubs will panic and they'll say, oh, this is how much a player is now. He might have been 50 million at the start, but actually you can have him now for 30 million. And the Newcastle owners say, that's what we were aiming for anyway. And that's why we were offering them fees. And an interesting thing tonight, I don't know if you have seen it already or not, but Joe Pedro's out of the Watford side. He's having a scan for a bad ankle, apparently.
I think he'll come to Newcastle. I really think he's going to come to Newcastle next week.
I think they're just keeping him out for that reason, in case anything happens over the weekend.
I mean, what do you think of being linked us with Joe Pedro, Tony? I mean, there's a lot of debate on this. But again, if he came, I would give the lad a chance. That's all what you can do when you get new players in. Would you take a chance on Joe Pedro?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? He's 20. So straight away, he's young.
Yep.
Secondly, he doesn't take up his squad place. So there's a bonus. And then thirdly, he's not the finished article. And we had a Watford fan on the other night on our show, and when you spoke to him, it became more clear how good of a player he actually is. But bearing in mind, yes, he got 3 goals last season, and I remember when he played against us at St James's.
I think
And that was that game.
And
he was the best player in the park that day for Watford. But
he was really good.
He's got time to improve. And you've got to look at the fact is that Watford team last season was shocking. It was a disgrace of a team. It was a poor team.
Yep.
They went through 3 managers.
Yep.
So how on earth is a player supposed to know where his position is and what he's supposed to be doing for the team when he's got 3 separate managers in one season?
Exactly.
And he's only 20.
Yep.
I think if we get him, I wouldn't pay more than 25 million for him, if I'm honest. I hope we don't go to 30. Pay 25 million, because if you pay 25 million, Watford's getting 10 times more than they paid for him. They only paid 2.5 million from Fluminense for him. So bring him into the club. Eddie Howney's coaching team will find out what his strengths and weaknesses are. And like I say, he's far from the finished article. He's got time to do it. And let's see how he gets on. And he'll be in great company with Bruno as well.
Yeah, and of course, the fact is he can play the left, right, and in the middle, I've heard.
He plays more predominantly left, though, Pete, rather than right.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But that's where I would go for Pulisic, because I hope we do bring him on loan as well.
Pulisic,
I'll bring him on loan with an option to buy. And apparently, I know I've seen it. I've seen a report somewhere. Apparently, we are pushing for Pulisic on loan. That would be a cracking signing. And that guy's been around. He started playing for Dortmund back when he was 16 years of age. So he's been around a long time. He's only 23 now. Yep. So if we can keep him injury-free or he stays off the treatment table as much, then we've got a great player on our hands. But not just the fact of him being a great player, but also think of the fact is, in America, he will sell a lot of shirts over there. A lot of our shirt sales will go up in America because of Pulisic, because over there he is God. So our shirt sales are going to go up dramatically in the States.
Plus, he's a USA captain. And he wants to play in the World Cup as well.
Yep. Liam says even lower league teams will ignore like Wigan, Leighton Orient, Blackpool, Macclesfield, Bolton, Hereford, United, Oldham, Scunthorpe, etc. Yeah, the way. Joel, no, Pedro, no. She tried to take me to rehab. I said no, Pedro. Hey, Jesus Christ!
Like with the Ramos deal, I believe that's still got legs with Newcastle. I know they're saying Southampton's in the race for him and they're leading the race or whatever. To me, if he went to Southampton, he's making a backward move because they're just going to struggle all season. And to be honest, I don't think he's that stupid to go to Southampton. I think we're in there, but I think we're going to wait till next week, because the thing is, if you wait till next week, then Benfica will find out whether they've qualified or not for the Champions League, because they've got a second leg to play. If they qualify for the Champions League, then I think he will go. But you'll have to wait till that second leg's out the way first, and then see what happens after that.
Yeah. Joel says it's Tony ITK, though. Tony's part of John's channel.
I'm not in the know. I just pick up on stuff that's put out there, and I don't see anything that's going to happen. I wouldn't say that, oh, by the way, this player's coming in the club next week, or this one's coming in. I'm not one of them people that do that. So if I see a rumour, I'll pick up on it and I'll say it. But I always take any rumours with a pinch of salt. I don't.
Same here as well.
Until that player's officially announced by the club, and they're standing there with a black and white shirt on, it's just all rumours until then.
It certainly is. So there you go. Well, guys, again, if you are enjoying the show, please do stick the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel or you're not yet subscribed and you're enjoying the content, if you would like to donate, we do have Super Chat available. And if you would like to become a member of the channel, click the join button as well. And if you would like to appear on tonight's show as well, the link is pinned in the live comments. So if you click on that link, I will see you in the waiting room and bring you on. Because we've been going an hour of the show, you know what that means.
God's sake. Man.
And guess what? We have broken our new record. Because
What do you
we've
mean?
got one.
Just one pick? Just one photo? He's on mute. Peter, you're on mute, mate.
No, he's counting them.
Because we've got 20 to show the night.
Oh,
Oh, God, 20.
Oh, Jesus, weapon.
Okay, then. So this is what we've got for tonight. And there's some that look incredibly like, oh my God. So you better be prepared as well. Okay, then. So this is what we are going to start off with. And we have this.
What on earth is that?
That's just disgusting.
That is a pork
No.
sandwich at Corinthians.
definitely no.
No.
I mean,
Nah.
what puts me off that is the raw onion.
Do you want a sandwich with that onion? Jesus Christ.
The whole look
You
of
might
it
just have
puts you
a
off.
full onion.
And they've also been to Tesco's to buy their kitchen roll for £1 a roll. How much is that, by the way?
That would cost you $2.20.
Bloody nah.
They'd have to pay me to eat that.
No, neither would I as well. I mean, the raw onion is just put off for starters. So there you are. No, that's a no for me for that one. This is the next one.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
Charcoal
Take the mustard off.
pork Savapi roll at Altona Magic in Australia.
No.
Take that's mustard. Take that away. I'll eat it.
I would have that.
I would.
I'd have a try, yeah.
I'm all for that.
I'll give it a good bash.
Okay, fair enough. Right, this is the next one, and this is a very strange combination.
What the hell?
Is that a donut?
That's Scotch pie.
Like a pie donut.
That's a pie in a donut
Oh, no.
at Nairn County for £3.
Where?
It just looks horrible.
No,
It doesn't look right.
No.
That would
No.
taste awful with a donut and then a pie with gravy in it and everything. No, that doesn't go right. That doesn't.
Exactly.
That's just wrong. That's just all wrong, that isn't it?
Can you imagine the queues at the Nairn County cubicles? Full time, Jesus. Can you imagine?
Exactly. Yes. I mean,
I wouldn't squeeze in the cheeks of your ass trying to wait for the toilet.
Oh, nothing.
I mean, not for me. A pie in a donut ring.
Who come up with that idea, though? I mean, they need investigating.
Right. Okay, this is the next one.
Oh, what?
This is the next one.
What the hell?
Curry, is it?
They've been sick.
Curry, is that samosa, is it?
Chicken curry rice and a samosa served at Sporting Calza
Not in a
£6
plastic dish.
for
Sorry,
£6.
£6 for that. They can keep that.
Yes
Not
or
in a
no?
plastic dish either. No.
Nah.
Nah, not for me.
If you only told it all night, nah.
Do you know what? I actually would.
You know, going back, you know that pic that you had up with the donut in the pie in the middle?
Yeah.
That was a ring donut, wasn't it? Is that designed to give you a sore ring piece?
Jesus Christ, Tony. Right, this is the next one.
Oh,
This is the
hell?
next
Nachos.
Chili and cheese loaded nachos at Leighton Orient.
That's not bad, is it? I bet it's expensive though.
That would cost you £5.50.
I'll give that a go and see what they're like.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I would.
All you can do is try them, Peter.
There you go.
I'll say yes.
Now, this is the next one. Pizza and Peroni at Lazio
Well, I don't drink Peroni.
for a £9.
Only thing I do is drink the beer and that's it.
Nah, not for me.
All that drinks accepted. All that drinks available.
How much is that?
That would cost you £9 to get that.
Nah, no chance.
Nah.
No.
Looks like a
No.
supermarket pizza.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I actually would, actually.
What, you paying £9 for that?
No.
Because you get beer served with it.
Sure, I suppose that's the only appeal.
Yeah, but then you're paying £9 for a pint of beer.
That's it, exactly.
Well, right, this is the next one.
Yeah, I'm all over that.
Rotisserie
Chicken
chicken and chips with hot sauce served at Chelsea.
Yeah, I would have that.
Yes.
I will. Looks right.
Yes, I know.
It looks appetizing.
Yeah.
I'll give it a chance. Norwich have scored.
No, interesting.
Is that expensive?
That cost you, oh crikey, £12.50.
Well, that's,
Jesus Christ.
I'd have it, but I won't pay $12.50 for it.
Nah, I won't pay. I won't pay $12.50.
Oh, you do know you've got to fund that big transfer somehow.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably paying that to help pay for Cucurella.
Exactly. Pay the wages.
Right, this is the next one, and oh my God, is what I can say for this next one. Look at this.
What the fuck is
What
that?
the hell?
Was it a sausage or something, is it? Or a cocktail sausage?
No, at a team called Sukhotai FC, they serve maggots.
Oh,
Oh,
come on.
No way. No way. No.
No.
And how much they charge for them?
45p.
I want to give him 5 pence for it.
I wouldn't give them nothing for it because I wouldn't have it.
You don't know what that maggot's been?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Think when you empty your rubbish and that and see where that's been. Exactly.
No.
We had shit around them places anyway.
No,
don't we?
I'm not. No.
Maggots on a stick. Oh.
What's next? Like spider on a stick. What does it give it time?
That I think that's definitely a no.
Absolutely not. That's grim. That. It's something you expect out of Sunderland.
And the next one.
Is that?
What is that?
That is steak Quizelda at Detroit City.
Oh, no.
No, actually not. I was going to say yes, but no, I'll change my mind quickly.
The bread looks dry.
No, just doesn't look appealing at all.
Okay, fair play.
No.
Looks like the Sahara Desert in a bloody box.
You've got honesty right there.
Next one.
Oh, what the hell?
What that looks like?
There's too much happening there, like.
Loaded
You
fries.
stick up the wrong way.
Loaded fries at Chester FC.
That just looks like literally
Loaded
looks
with
like
what?
sick on a fucking. Oh no, not on a tray.
That's there in the National League.
Sick on a tray. Enjoy.
No fee of that one.
Absolutely not.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
They won't be long till Gateshead go down there soon, so they won't be serving that for them.
And this one looks grim as anything as well. This next one.
What the?
Sorry, but that I mean,
Must be a cheeseburger.
that's lazy. That's lazy.
Cheeseburger at
That's lazy.
Tranmere.
No
Cheeseburger
fucking butter on.
at Tranmere Rovers.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
We'll be on next week.
I was going to say,
Yeah, next
I'll tell you what it is, right? They'll just serve you the burger next week. You need bun, need cheese, need no.
It'll just be the bun. It'll just be the bun.
Well,
Aye.
I'm surprised. Yeah, typical Scousers, isn't it? Can't get anything right, can they?
It's not very good.
I'm surprised they've even got a bun. I'm surprised they ain't been stolen in Liverpool.
Where's the butter like? Where's the spread on it?
Exactly.
Where's the sauce?
I know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how much do they charge for that monstrosity?
I bet you on top of that, it's dry.
Fiver.
I bet it's hard as anything.
Fucking hell. People are Scouting
not
rubber
even like-
You
bastard.
do now, like,
It's
before they
not
put
even
the
like a
prices up
Russell's.
at McDonald's. You can
You
get
get
5
Russell's
burgers for
burger
that.
for cheap. You get Russell's burger cheap, man. You get more in it.
Scouting rubber bastards.
No, that's an awful leaf
Do you know
for
what? Just for that alone, I genuinely hope we beat them 6-0. Or we'll let you
I
stop.
think it's going to be at least 5-0 on Wednesday.
Okay, this is the next one. We've got another burger as well.
Okay, ooh, that looks all right. What's that?
That's
What
a
the
pulled
hell?
pork cheeseburger, but it's
I
got
thought it was.
but it's got coleslaw in it.
Oh, I'd have that. Yeah, why not?
Bollocks.
I will
It's a
put mine in
cheeseburger.
pulled pork
You can never go wrong with
cheeseburger.
pulled pork. I don't think. That's nice.
I would
Where's
minus
that
the
at, Pete?
that is served at Frome Town.
From town.
I'll give it a go,
Somerset.
you know. I'll give it that a go.
I would take out. I wouldn't have the coleslaw though.
Yeah, I suppose, but I'll give it a go.
I bet that's
Yeah.
expensive, is it?
You what? Sorry,
I bet that's expensive, isn't it?
£7.
Well, it's quite
be-
loaded, though, isn't it, really?
To be fair, though, like for a lower league club as well, for a look like that, it's not bad. Imagine where that money's going to go for them, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where,
That's
it's kind of
amazing.
like, whereas you could go to Chelsea, right, and you're paying £12.50 for something that's not even anywhere near the quality of that.
Yeah, absolutely. There you are.
Looking at that burger at Tranmere, that looks a lot better.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
Right, next one.
No.
Pie, mushy
Pie,
peas.
mash and peas.
Meat and potato
like mushy
pie, mashed peas.
I'll
at
say- I'll give
Stockport
it a go.
County.
I'd have it, but just take away the mushy peas.
I would have
Well,
it
why-
with a gravy on top.
Actually, I say that I'm a little bit questionable. That gravy, it just doesn't.
Actually,
Just
I
looks-
beg the question with that, because if you've already got mashed potato there, so why would you want a meat and potato pie when you've already got potato there?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, is it? Yeah, you know what? I take back what I said. I'm not going to have that. Take back what I said.
Fair play. Fair play. Yeah. I think I'm the same as next one. Ham pizza served
No, I don't like
at
ham.
served
No.
at Bolton Wanderers.
Next one, no. Next one, please.
Nah,
Take the ham
no,
off. Why not just take the ham off, Chippers?
I like
But you'll
pizza
still
a lot
have
better than
that. You'll still have the aftertaste of the ham on the pizza. So
that.
no.
Yeah, that's it. Meat in it.
How much you charge for that? Tenner?
£5.
It's not
I
bad.
wouldn't give him £5.
You can get 12-incher for £5, man.
Just given it's a football ground. I mean, Chelsea probably would charge £15 for that, given what they charged about
Yeah.
the last week.
Yeah.
That's what I base it on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Next one.
Oh,
No
what the
thanks.
hell? Is that tacos?
Chicken tacos at Inter Miami.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Sorry, David.
Beckham trying to serve posh food, is he, because of his wife?
Sorry, Dave, but no.
Is that his posh space, is it?
Oh, no. I like
Give
that.
our laugh. Get your coat, Tony, man.
Okay,
Sorry,
next
I'm on
one.
form tonight, aren't I?
Yeah.
But
Right,
you've been
next
practicing these.
Right, next one. Next one. And Chibbers, you would have actually already seen this because this was what Billy recommended.
Oh. You know
Oh,
what?
dear.
Oh.
What's
If it
that?
wasn't
What's
so
that like?
black,
What's that called?
Is that going to be
Man.
cheeseburger?
Cheeseburger Banbury Town for £4.60.
No thanks.
I'll
Do you
throw
know
it back.
what?
It either looks like a load of coal or it looks like just a burger gone completely wrong.
Do you know what?
Who- who
If
is the
Stevie
chef
Wonder
is?
Actually, it looks like a black. It looks like a black pudding.
If Stevie Wonder hadn't
Yeah.
cooked it out here,
I mean, I mean, there's little bits on the top. As that to me looks like bloody dandruff. As someone be rubbing their head, all the dandruff. And of the people been rubbing their head, all the dandruffs fell on top of it.
I'm
Looks
sorry,
like
but no fags.
Looks like maggots.
Actually, I say that. Can I draw a comparison to Tranmere Rovers with that burger? It's like this corn cook burger. It's probably that looks like that. They got Newcastle fans. You can have that next week.
It'll be off the bun, man.
Mason, there you are.
Right.
He's missed the battle, too. He's missed the battle, too.
Oh, something left. He caught the pics, Mason.
No, I've just got back from Shields with the nieces and nephew, so I missed it.
You'll be lucky so far.
Well, tell you what, we'll wrap
To be
for the
fair,
rest of them.
I'm anorexic now after all these pictures, so, you know.
Well, we'll run for the rest, and I'll show Mason again after this. You would have seen that burger, Mason, wouldn't you?
Looks dry.
Well, this is apparently another. This next one's apparently another burger, but
Looks cremated, never mind dry.
well, this next one I'm going to show off is apparently a burger. But what have they done to it?
What?
That's not a burger.
I seen a comment the other day. It looks like a fucking dry flip flop. It does. It does. Somebody put that in the comment section the other day, and I actually have to agree.
That when I hear the word Gandhi flip flop, it just reminds me of that thing from our Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Rubber.
That's legit what it looks like.
Overcooked to the bottom, crispy as fuck, and it looks like Gandhi's flip flop.
Pretty much, aye. Best way of describing that.
Kind of shit you'd expect. It's the kind of shit you expect Tiger Wizard to offer, isn't it? Rubber.
We've got 3 left. This one.
Oh, gee, what the hell's going on
No,
there?
I'm sorry. No.
Pork sandwich with crackling, and yes, it is Tony Toronto.
Who on earth has
Because I saw
greens
the
with a
top.
sandwich or on drugs or something?
Nah, that's not nice. I wouldn't have that.
Nah, me either.
I can keep
Nah.
that.
Do you know what? I would actually take the salad bit out, but I actually probably would have that without the salad bit.
How much is that?
Who's in trouble now?
Oh, that would cost 10 quid, actually.
Someone's in trouble.
I live near one of the hospitals, so apologies for that.
10 quid for that.
Fucking hell, no pass.
Nah, not for me.
Okay, this next.
The same with the Premier one is the Scouts and Robin Cunts.
Right, second last one.
I'll take that.
How much?
Cheese pizza at Seattle Sounders.
Yeah.
For 10,
Do you not
for
mean
10
cheese
quid.
pizza, not cheese pizza?
Oh, God.
Stop trying to go
That's
Johnson
not bad,
Cromwell with
is
the
it?
Italian pronunciations, Peter.
They're like, I don't want to get done
Would
for
you like
copyright.
some cheese pizza?
It's like I don't want to get done for copyright or nothing like that. Name changes, so all I'll do is I will have that. Pizza.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
I
take it.
will.
Go on, man. I'll actually eat something tonight. Go on.
Right, this is the last one.
Oh, that's a massive.
That's a big old
that's
sausage,
massive.
isn't it?
Pizza Dog and
That's-
Nottingham Forest.
That's like my third leg.
It doesn't look very appealing, does it?
Minus the mustard. Is that egg? Was that egg with it?
No, it was an egg.
Was it supposed to be a bun?
Must be, yeah. Yeah, I believe
How
it
much?
is.
And how much is the Greek man charging for that then?
£6.50.
For probably to pay for Gibbs White then, is it?
I was going to say the 16 other players that they've signed.
Yeah.
You got to keep them
I
about.
hope I would laugh if they got relegated because they're going to be fucked next season.
I want them to get relegated just on that basis alone.
Right, Mason, this is what you missed. That was the first one.
Peter, I've got a shoot.
No problem, Chivers. Good to see
Take
you.
care, Chibbers.
See you
Take
later.
it easy, Chip.
Enjoy your weekend, people.
You as well.
See you there,
Yeah,
man.
you
Over
too,
to you.
mate.
Right, this is what you missed, Mason. So that was the first one.
What the fuck?
pork sandwich. That was the second one.
Oh,
That one, a pie and a donut.
that's
And
obvious.
what I said to that one was, Mason, that pie in the donut, it's a ring donut, so it makes you have a ring piece.
This is the curry,
Yeah, that's obvious.
chili and cheese nachos,
No,
pizza and pepperoni,
I'll definitely take that.
rotisserie chicken.
Nah.
Oh God, Mason, maggots.
Oh, where the hell is that?
Thailand.
Not bloody surprised.
You never get so much cost as well.
45p.
45p euro money to get that. Bear in mind, I was saying about maggots, what they actually attract off, like rubbish and stuff like that.
Yep, that was the one after that,
Oh,
That.
and that one was after that,
No, I'm sorry, that thing
Nah.
bringing you sick up backwards, no.
and that was what was after that.
throw me
Right.
off.
That was what was after that.
I actually like that.
I see, I like that as well.
That was after that one,
Yeah, that's my kind of stuff.
and that one,
Nah, I'd take it as well.
and that one.
Nope.
Hey, is it from the Trammer one?
Yeah, that was that one.
Fucking hell.
Rovers, yeah.
I can take that. Let's go from Robin
It's like
Bastards.
they just got lazy the way they put the cheese on. Oh, there you go. And there's a fling of cheese. There you go. Enjoy that.
Just don't. The thing is, just don't go to China to watch football because over there they probably serve back with free coronavirus.
Oh,
Wendy says, think more flags will put an exceptional display on Sunday. As ever, they certainly do us proud. Absolutely. Liam says, one in Norwich. I give it that a go. It's the same thing that Chip said to Steve Bruce when he sees him through the window. Oh, Jesus. Chippers a 12-inch for £5. How much for that pizza, too? Chippers is the 12-inch pizza or no, Chippers? Tell us, Chippers, when he's gone now. But Wendy says, on a note, lads, what's all your favourite meals? Come on, let us know. Wow, I don't really have a favourite, I've got to admit, to be honest.
I like a good old carvery, like.
Yeah, you've got to have the coffee. I like fish and chips as well. So
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
a good.
absolutely.
especially on a Friday, fish and chip Friday.
Love
Yeah,
pizza.
But yeah, I don't mind. You know,
I like chicken tikka and rice.
Do you know what it is? It depends on your mood as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Like certain days of the week. So it just depends what you've been doing as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's gone there. In terms of clubs in England, it all feels like only non-league clubs does decent food.
Gator do
Yeah,
decent food.
absolutely.
Gator do good food, I would say. Actually, Newcastle Benfield, obviously, who I go and see a bit as well, they do good food as well, I would say.
You've heard the sense of it. Right, we'll move on to the second part of the show. We'll talk about transfers in regards to just other clubs as well. But first of all, I've got to say is for Darwin Núñez, welcome to the Premier League. He's second game in, and he does that.
But to be
That's
fair,
just-
Anderson had his life all game, though. If you watch back at the highlights, he just couldn't deal with him. Like, Anderson had him in his pocket.
Absolutely. I mean, it was stupidity. It was a definite red card. I mean,
Oh,
what's he thinking of?
I just said,
Thing
because
is-
I think it's because Anderson had been doing his job, and obviously just winding him up as a defender would do, and he was just getting out muscled and that. Do you know what I mean? Just
Well, he was.
obviously Anderson was pushing him off the ball as if
Yep.
not like in a rash way, just like getting the ball back. He didn't like it. Sorry, like stop.
Absolutely, yeah.
The thing is, he's banned for the 3 games, which one of them was against us. So,
Oh yeah.
Yep.
thing is, though, like I said last night on the match preview with a couple of Man City fans, I said it's all right. I says Haaland will be top scorer this season because Darwin Núñez will get sent off every 4 games.
Is he going to turn into the new Xhaka?
Yeah,
People will say, oh, but Anderson's reaction's a bit over the top. It doesn't matter. If you throw your head into an opponent, it's an automatic straight red card. And not just the other thing is like the way he complained as well when he got the red card.
do you remember? I think it was 10, 11 years ago, but probably 10 years ago it was actually, or maybe 11. But I was at the game when we beat Liverpool 2-0 when Carroll got booked for diving in the penalty area. Do you remember James Perch? He got Reina sent off because Reina went in literally with her head, and then Perch went down as if he'd been shot and gone sent off.
I remember that, yes.
And I remember the commentator, like, after the match and everything, I watched Match of the Day, and the Match of the Day pundits were like, yeah, but Perch has made a lot of this. He's made a huge meal out of that. And I thought, and so what? It's nice to see one of our players actually do something like that for a change, rather than we being on the wrong side of that. So, but yeah, I always remember that with Perch. That was a good one, that.
But the fact is, the way Nunes was complaining about his red card, it had to take James Milner to get him off the pitch. And Klopp was even digging at him as well for saying, get off the pitch, come up for God's sake.
He didn't. The thing is, Anderson was just doing his job, though, as he would do as a defensive player. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Crystal Palace were just doing a job on Liverpool, and they weren't giving him much space. As you would imagine, obviously Nunes is the big transfer. Everyone's going to be all over him. Like on Sunday, it wouldn't be surprised if like Dan Burn or Ed Trippier, it doesn't matter who it is, everyone just gangs up on Haaland, and he's not going to like it. But that's just the way it is. It's like when we played Brighton the other week.
That's what football is now.
Yeah.
And Nunes is going to have to get used to that, because there will be players who will come and bully him. But to headbutt like that, I mean, I don't know what he was thinking. It was right in front of the referee. It must have been because the referee automatically pulled a red card out.
And well, at the end of the day, I would have looked at that, and they've sided with the referee as well.
I think the referee was spot on me, and I'll say he was
stepped red. You can't do that. And Darwin Nunes has made himself look silly. Not to mention, why did he complain to the referee? Could he face further action for that, for not getting off the pitch straight away?
Yes.
Well, I think he should do.
He could do.
Because you're basically trying to control a game that the referee actually has total
exactly.
control.
He knew what he'd done as well. Doesn't matter, again, if Anderson's reaction was a bit over the top, you can't stick your head into an opponent.
Even if whether he touched them or not, even if you put your head in the way and it looks like it's malicious, then as I said to the VAR, they're going to catch on it. Doesn't matter.
I know people have been saying about the Mitrovic one against Wolves, but the fact is both of them are putting their heads right into each other. Now, they could have sent both of them off, but the referee just decided to book them both. Fair enough. But what Nunes does, he just went wallop into the lad.
Well, you got to live and learn by your mistakes, don't you? And hopefully he learns about it.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Yeah.
Because
he's talking about Nunes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I watched that game. It's a full-on headbutt.
Well, yeah, it's going to be an automatic 3-game ban. It's got to be as well.
I think you get extra couple of games for not going to go off the pitch.
He could do as well, because
I think you'll get the 3 games and you'll just get fined for that pot. I don't think they'll add it on.
Well, yeah, he could do, but of course, again, Darwin Nunes, welcome to the Premier League.
Exactly.
Yeah, like Liam's just putting them comments as well. I can see further down. Pardew done it against Tull, against Smiley, the ex-Mackham.
Yeah, and what happened to Pardew? Oh, he was sent to the stands.
Oh, David Miller.
Yeah, the ex-Mackham player. But the thing is, back then, this is where our ex-owner could have turned around and sacked Pardew because that was gross misconduct, and he would have got away without. But he obviously kept him to not only annoy the fans even more, but then eventually he went off to Palace and he earned some money through compensation. But yeah, he could have been sacked there and then. I mean,
he could have done.
From a manager, that was stupid what he did. And I mean, I didn't defend his actions that day. I just thought,
neither did I.
Manager and a player getting on like that. And Bruce was on the other dugout, wasn't he?
He was, yes.
Yes, he was, wasn't he?
Who was that with Pardew? I forgot what happened there, Pardew.
Myler.
David Myler. This is one from Lee. Do you think Liverpool has got weaker?
No, I wouldn't say so.
I think
they haven't started.
You have poor starts to the season. It's how you recover, though. Like, obviously, eventually they will get 3 points, and then I think they'll beat Man United on Monday. I'm quite confident of that.
I think that game is 3-0 Liverpool.
I've gone for 2-0 Liverpool. That is because Liverpool are quite short on strikers.
I went 3-2, actually. I think it'll be quite close. I think there'll be goals in it.
No. But after that game, I think Man United, I'm just going to say it now, Man United's defence, once Casemiro signs, My United's midfield is going to be a total like.
He is a good
full
player
of-
though. Like,
full
but
of proof.
Look at all the stuff he's won in Madrid, all the trophies.
I was going to say, go back to Liverpool, right? Now, this is a question that's been going around and that's been discussed around. Do you think Trent Alexander-Arnold would be a better as a right midfielder than a right back? Because to me, he can attack very well, but I don't think he can defend very well.
more like a winger. More or less an attacker winger.
He's defending. He's absolutely woeful at defending, isn't he?
I think he's more like a winger.
Reminds me of Darby Yama a little bit. He can't fucking missing, doesn't he? He's very good at going forward, but he can't defend.
Why
No,
trust is
Darby
not
Yama.
the reason of Duncan Ferguson, though, is it?
And when he used to play for us, Darby Yama, he's very good at getting forward and trying to put something into a box, but when it comes to the defending part, he was woeful. He wouldn't get back.
No.
That's literally what he reminds us of.
Yeah, same with me.
Oh, sorry, who you reminds us of.
Yep. Right, we'll just get on some transfers. Of course, Man United have agreed a deal for Casemiro.
Oh, 2-0, game over. That's it.
I mean,
Game, set, and match.
what do you think that Man United paid 70 million for a 31-year-old?
Are you surprised? Man United are just desperate.
I know.
But what I said earlier,
yeah.
Sorry, what I said earlier, Pete, was tonight. I said the thing is, it's all right, man. You've gone out and paid this for Casemiro, and apparently they paid him 400 grand a week as well. So for that, he's on a 4-year contract, so he's getting his last payday. And but the thing is, though, are they gonna? Is the Man United manager as good as what Eddie Howe is now? What I mean by that is, when Bruno first came into the Premier League, he was kept on the bench, and I know fans were screaming, "Get Bruno on that pitch, get him on that pitch," and he was giving them 5 minutes here, 10 minutes, 20 minutes there, until he eventually had to play a full game when we played Southampton that night, and since then he's been undroppable. Now, if they throw Casemiro in, as good as a player he is, and as class as he is, he's going to struggle straight away in the Premier League because you've got to get to the pace of the league, and it's a totally different pace of league to what the Liga is. And if he struggles to make an impact, Man U are in serious trouble. And they'll get beat on Monday 4-0. And then they've got to go away to Southampton at the end of the month. And I'll tell you now, that won't be easy, and that's a 6-pointer for Man United, whether their fans like that or not. And if Southampton turn them over, they're bottom on 0 points at the end of August. Then Ten Hag's backside will be twitching like that because he'd be like, "Shit, what do I do now?" Because he looks out of his depth, and it's just that club is a mess. And do you know what?
I mean, I don't think it's not really down to the manager. I think there's unrest at the top. The fans are really turning on each other, and the squad is a lot of it's very poor anyway.
Since post Ferguson, really, they've struggled to meet expectations. That's what it's down to.
Do you think Ferguson left that season, putting up his retirement that season, because he knew that after that season,
100%,
a lot of them players were going, and he thought this team's going to get worse. So if I get out now, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah,
100%. He figures he's the last one to win them a title as well, isn't it? Well, what a coincidence! No one's done it since.
Yeah, well, that's it.
100%.
No, go ahead, Shoggy.
No, I was just about to say, like, they just haven't been the same since, and obviously had Mourinho obviously won them the Europa League and that, but they've never looked like doing anything of sort. Winning big trophies and that.
Yeah. It's going around that Aubameyang is open to a move to Chelsea. Could we see Aubameyang? Could we see Aubameyang back in the Premier League?
I could. I mean, Barca might have to sell, because look, I mean, I don't know how they're getting all this money to make the signings that they are, but I think that would work. I think it would work. Obviously, he's out of favour at Arsenal with Arteta, but there's still a good player there. You know what I mean? You give him some service, quite pacey, knows where the back of the net is. I said it's all down to service. And obviously, they need to replace Lukaku, and I haven't quite done that yet. So,
well, that's it. Yeah, I agree with that. Apparently, Everton are closing on another player. I'm thinking, how are they getting these players? Called Mohamed Kudus from Ajax.
FFP doesn't exist for them.
Yeah,
Doesn't exist.
it only exists at Newcastle.
Exactly. I know that's what I mean. Forrest made all these signings, but even I know you're right with our side. I actually think with the free signings that it's good business. Do you know what I mean? I think we will get another striker, but whether it happens in this window, if it does, great. If it doesn't, well, we'll analyse it in January. I think the way Eddie Howe's doing it at the minute, I think he's quite smart. He's not whinging about it. I think he's quite happy with the squad. If you watched his press conference today, he said, like, any player that comes in, they have to be better than what we've got. And he goes, that's a testament to our squad. Like, they're actually a lot better now than what the way obviously the squad was before he walked in. So, you know what I mean? He's, he talks up like really well, like professional. You know what I mean? He's very professional what he says.
Absolutely, I definitely agree with that as well. Definitely. So,
Can I quickly come in?
yeah, go on, Mason.
I think Tony's seen it. It's just about Joe Pedro that he's a doubt for the game for Watford tomorrow due to ankle pain, and he's set to have a scan on the pain on ankle. Joe Pedro.
Oh, well, you were saying something, Tony, about that.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, yeah. That he's being kept out the team for Preston North End tomorrow. So yeah, he's not travelled with Watford. But that could be a smokescreen. That could just be.
Yeah, that deal's going to be done.
Yeah, or he's unsettled and his head's not in the right place and he just wants to.
I think he wants to move, doesn't he? From what I've been hearing anyway and reading.
Yeah.
There's news out of Brighton that Danny Welbeck has signed a new contract.
He's done well for them, you know, given like, he's get like old school and that, but he does the job for them. Good deal out there.
And Mopey's close to leaving as well.
He's already left, and he's got the Forest already. I knew he signed for them.
It's Fulham, I believe.
Not yet, no.
Fulham
on him, yeah.
Oh, Fulham.
Yep, absolutely. News from Spurs is that Ndombele, he joins Napoli on loan.
It's like you never hear much from, so no one's really got a comment on it. Oh, well.
Fulham are trying to push to get Roma forward Justin Kluivert.
Because Fulham have had a decent start of the season, if I'm honest.
It says Fulham remain in Maupay talks as well.
I said Fulham would stay up. Out the free promoted sides, I said Fulham would stay up.
And they're in talks with they've been remain in talks with Maupay as well.
They've got money.
I think with sorry, Chalky.
Oh, go on, mate.
I was just saying because Middlesbrough signed that Rodrigo Muniz from Fulham on loan, so that could be a chance of Mopey going to Fulham.
Mitro need help as well. He can't do it all himself.
Well, that's it, yeah. Arsenal are holding talks with Bukayo Saka for a new contract as well. So also want to re-keep all of him. Of course, Morgan Gibbs-White on the verge of joining Nottingham Forest for around about 44 million.
I'm not convinced with that one whatsoever. I think they've paid way over the odds for that as well.
And he's got the number 10 as well.
Deary me, man. Gibbs White.
I've seen Wolves fans are not happy about it. Apparently, they've said he's had a great start of the season for them, and they said because of Forest keep persisting on trying to buy him and keep upping the money, it's forced the owners to get rid of him. So apparently, Wolves fans are not happy. But they said a very class message that he sent them, considering he's been there since he was 8-year-old.
He's a Wolves boy, isn't he?
He was in the same team as Freddie Woodman, who won the under-17
good save, Tim.
World Cup.
Good save.
Yeah, absolutely. Brendan Rodgers, he's left out Wesley Fofana for the game against Southampton.
That's him gone, isn't it? He'll stay
That's
there.
him gone.
That's it. He'll go to a Chelsea or a Man City or something.
Vieira's, he's come out and said he wants to make more signings.
See, I don't think class were all that bad against Liverpool. Like, from what I've seen, they've been awful. The two games that they played, they've had Arsenal, they've had Liverpool, like 2 of the top 6.
Yeah.
Right.
Lampard said he doesn't want Gordon to leave, but
he's overrated.
But Dele Alli could leave.
Besiktas, wow.
Yeah, he's going to Turkey. But I said this is what another thing I said on the show earlier on our show with John. But I said Dele Alli is a footballer who's finished. He is finished now because he can't do for Everton. I know there was rumours that on transfer deadline day we were battling with Everton. I'm so glad we didn't get him because I wouldn't touch him with a barge pole. And he's done nothing for Everton. He's absolutely shocking. And to be honest, I don't think he'll do it in Turkey. He's finished as a footballer as far as I'm concerned now, Dele Alli. I think he should hang it up and just say enough's enough and go into coaching or something.
Had one good game in his career against Man United for MK Dons, and that's what got him the move.
Yep. Pep Guardiola, he's come out and said, our business is done. We want Bernardo Silva to stay. Of course, he was linked with Barcelona, but that it may not happen now. And it looks like he said to stay, but Pep Guardiola,
that's strong.
well, they are. And Pep said they don't think they'll make any more signings now.
They've got such a strong side, though. The thing is, he can mess around with his team, though. He's got like players on the bench who could change a game.
Yeah, well, that's it.
That to his system and stuff. I don't know. I think Man City aren't forced to do anything. You know what I mean? They've got the money behind them, so.
Yeah, Chelsea have signed a 19-year-old from Inter Milan called Casadei.
Problem is, he'll never get a game for Chelsea. They've got about 100 players on loan. He'll end up going on loan. Not get a game for them.
Yep.
I just want to ask, what's your thought on Esteban Bian signing for Brighton from Villarreal?
Who?
The left back who was at the Ecuadorian who was at Villarreal.
Oh, no comment. Is he any good?
He was actually good. He's a potential. He's like the replacement for Cucurella, but I watched him against Liverpool, and in the Europa Champions League last season, he had nothing. He did nothing wrong. He was going on the ball. His passing was good, so I think Brighton have got a really good player on their hands.
I say that though, right? But I'm sure they got Cucurella for like 18 million, sold him on for 50 odd. Brighton, I was watching something on Football Focus last Saturday, and they were talking to the owner, and he says he gets players like Spanish players or whoever they may be from like the Spanish league and that pay like anywhere between 5 and 15 million, and then sells them on for like 50, 60 million. They look at the players that they've signed though, and then make up business on them after selling them. You know what I mean? That's what they do. It's basically what Mike Ashley used to do. You know, like buy and all that and sell them on for more.
If he's in the chat, Foxy will let you know more information. That was the only time I seen him against Liverpool. He'll know more.
That's why Brighton was still they're quite smart. A smart Brighton in what they do. I think that's why they're so comfortable in the Premier League.
Yeah, Gerrard's come out and said no urgent need to sign a defender, even though Diego Carlos is going to be facing now a lengthy spell on the sidelines.
Well, we'll see how they do in the next couple of games. I think he'll change his mind there.
This Purvis you're on about, Mason. Now he played for Udinese, which is owned by the Watford owners, and then obviously went to Recreativo Granada on loan, then back to Udinese, then to Almeria on loan, then Mallorca on loan, Osasuna on loan, then he went to Watford on loan.
Yep.
And then he signed for Villarreal for 16 million, and now he's at Brighton. So he's had quite a few clubs.
But I think with him going to Villarreal was probably one of the best moves of his career, because look at what kind of player he is now, playing in the Champions League week in week out, and he's got to move to play in the Premier League fully with Brighton.
Plus, like Brighton are so like unpredictable as a side. You don't know what you're going to get from them. So it's you know what I mean.
There's a player since January I've banged the drum for this player, and I don't know. I don't think we've even looked at him, to be honest with you. But I'll put his stats on the screen in a moment. But this player can play in a variety of positions, and if we were to get him, he's not a bad player. I've seen him play before. He's not a bad player, and you'd probably get him for 15 to 20 million. And that would be an absolute steal. So I'm going to put it on the screen now. Just bear with me. Right, he's called Ludovic Blas of Nantes. So this guy's 24.
Yep.
And he plays defensive midfield, midfield centre, attacking midfield, striker, right midfield, and right wing.
Very interesting.
And he's played 2 games this season. You'd probably get him for, like I say, 15 to 20 million. But if we look at League Earn last season and his stats, there's his heat map. Now, that's a great heat map. And most of it is on the right here, but he can't play on the left as well. He can drift out on the left. But he plays all over the park. So he's your all-round midfielder. He started 35 games last year, scored 10 goals and assisted 5 and missed 7 big chances, which is 2 big chances less than what Chris Wood missed last year. And he scored more goals than Chris Wood.
Wow.
But this guy can play in a range of different positions. And I think at 15 to 20 million pound, that's a steal. And he's, like I say, he's only 24 and he's left-footed. Don't know what you guys think of that, but he's not like I say, he isn't a bad player.
No, he doesn't sound like it, does he?
I would take him. Obviously, I don't know if Nantes are in the financial problems for some of the other clubs in the Ligue 1, but if Nantes want to sell him and want some of the money, and the way his heat map is, and his stats and all that, I'll take him.
And with this player, he used to play alongside ESM as well.
Yep, there you are then.
So could he help ESM as well? That's the thing.
He could do. He really could do. You never know.
And then we can go and look at our pal that we want to bring in the club. I'll just bring him up. There we are. Mr. Paqueta.
Mm-hmm.
He's only started 1 game this season and played 75 minutes, but we'll look at his stats from last season.
Yep.
Bruno's mate. Again, his heat map, he's all over the place, all over the midfield.
Yep.
Again, another one who's a steal. 35 played, 32 started, 9 goals, 6 assists. So 1 goal less than Blas and same amount of assists. But he can play right wing, striker, midfield, centre, and attacking midfield. Yep. And if his reported fee is 33 million, then yeah, I'll take him all day.
Why, that's a good shout.
Yeah, and absolutely. That's not bad at all.
Definitely like not at all.
The season heat map, that's even brilliant because he's everywhere.
Yeah, he's
tracking back.
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah. I just thought I'd bring them two up and just put them on as comparisons.
There you are. You get like Statman from Alex from Paul's channel. But yeah.
But I would take Blas from Nantes, no problem. 15 to 20 million, like I say, it's a steal.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I'll just roll through some comments. We should say some decent forwards. Hopefully we will. Pedro, I paid 20 quid. Crap. You could do it in Newcastle if I got him, you never know. Breaking news, Newcastle, Poundland United have put in a bit of £20 in for Cleverly. They want 2 million, but anyway, they offered £20. I don't think we'll be going in for Cleverly of all people.
Nah.
No. Thing is, so I know some people are a bit split over like Joe Pedro.
Yeah.
What you got to look at is Joe Linton came in the club and he was put up front, £40 million.
Didn't work out.
Said, waste of money. Why has Mike Ashley spent this money on him? Was Mike Ashley robbed somewhere? Which is unusual because he's never normally robbed, is he? And obviously Eddie Howe comes in, puts him in midfield, and now he looks like a £40 million player. You know, so
he does.
It's and when he played for Hoffenheim, he played predominantly left anyway. So obviously, whoever brought him in, I believe it was Steve Nixon, obviously must have done his homework on seeing where he actually plays, because I just don't know why he was stuck up front with the number 9 on, which is a big burden really for somebody who's not a goal scorer.
Yeah,
and you're given that number 9 shirt in Newcastle. You've got to be banging the goals in to wear that shirt.
Absolutely, yep. Well, there you are. If Pedro was English and called him right, people would not rate him. I mean, again, if we got him, I would give him a chance. It's what you've got to do with new signings when they come through the door. You want to give them that chance. People are loving Botman already. I thought he was excellent on Saturday against Brighton. He won all the duels that he was involved in. He won all of them.
Can I just say something as well about that Brighton game? And I think Tony mentioned it actually at the very start. And I was about to say, like, Eddie's obviously building from the back, isn't he? And
Yeah,
you've seen evidence. You've seen evidence of that in the Brighton game. Like, we weren't brilliant in the final third. We didn't really do anything. But the goal that obviously didn't stand. But we showed what defensive side of things, like, you know, how good Nick Pope was. You know, some of the saves he pulled off, and how the lads were defending really well as a unit. You know what I mean? You're building from the back.
And look how defensively we are better when Jamal Lascelles isn't in there.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean. You make some decent signs like Dan Burn. You bring in Botman, and you can see the difference already. I said if Jamal Lascelles and Kieran Clark and that had played, we'll probably lose that game 3 or 4-0. That's a difference.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, look what happened last season. We lost 4-0 because we had Lascelles and Clark as a centre back partnership.
At the end of the day,
and we had Murphy at right back, and we had Richie at left back.
We have to build from the back because, you know, under Steve Bruce, we were so leaky, as Tony said. We had to improve that side of our game big time. If we didn't win the championship, it's as simple as that.
Yep. Well, that's it.
The amount of goals we leaked in last season, though. Do you know what I mean? Before Eddie come in,
exactly.
It was embarrassing.
Joe Linton says Pedro. I go for it's Pedro Neto. I mean, he is a good player. I've got to admit, Pedro Neto.
Wolves are seeming to be doing a bit of a fire sale at the minute, aren't they?
Yep.
Norwich 1-2.
Portuguese players, don't they?
Yep. Well, Norwich have won back-to-back games.
Well, that's it.
Nunes is signing looks a good player, doesn't he? So,
well, he scored in when he came off the bench against Fulham.
Hang on, there's another up-and-coming American player.
Well, did Nunes score off the bench when he came on against Fulham?
I think you did.
He did, actually.
Yes, he did.
Oh, Darwin Nunes, yeah. Yeah.
But second game, he gets a red card.
Yeah. I was on about another Nunes who's got the Wolves. Matthew Nunes.
I tell you what, Joe Linton, I kind of worry about his disciplinary a little bit now because he can get into some orgy-borgies with players now.
Who's this, sorry?
Joe Linton.
Oh, yeah. But
I mean, look what happened in pre-season, but look what happened at Brighton.
It's like Eddie was asked about Miggy for the game on Sunday, obviously with the whole thing with Jack Grealish. He goes, how's Miggy going to approach the game? He goes, well, hopefully it's not going to... You know, when his mates had obviously snapped him when they played a friendly for America, I think it was.
I mean, let's hope he
wants 11 on the pitch.
Let's hope Miggy has Grealish on toast if both of them play.
But what he doesn't want to do is he doesn't want Miggy to do anything stupid and then we'll go down to 10 men and the game gets harder.
I don't think Miggy's that kind of player.
No, he's not. But Eddie was obviously, when he got asked the question today, he basically said along the lines of, like, everyone has to remain professional. We can't afford to go down to 10 men. We can't afford to lose players at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? We need all the best players for the season.
Just
for a moment of stupidity.
Did Paqueta feel in Italy?
He didn't play much games for after he didn't play much games for AC Milan, I believe. I think it was like 10 games in one season, and he obviously got to move to Leon.
Yep, something like that. Joe Linton says breaking Fellaini is close to joining NUFC. He's not come. Marwan Fellaini!
He's finished now.
If that's the case, we might as well get Colaccini out of retirement.
Exactly.
Or get Mike Williamson back.
Yeah, you may as well get all of them out of retirement if we're going to bring in Fellaini to the football club.
I tell you what it is, I do love that Newcastle connection against it at the minute.
Jesus Christ, Joe Linton, you've had a Sinclair.
it's just good to see that Gator going down the Newcastle route.
Yeah, so that's it.
I mean, just going back to that comment from the guy about Paqueta saying he feeling Italy. Yeah, okay, feeling Italy. I mean, I'm looking at his stats back from 1920 in Italy. 24 played, 12 started. He didn't score any goals and he assisted once. So, yeah, okay, fair enough. But he's he's excelled since he's gone to Lyon, and there's no reason why he can't excel in the Premier League. I mean, if he wants a perfect manager, Eddie Howe's the perfect manager. Bruno's an example of that.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
If he comes in, he won't start straight away. He'll be on the bench, and he'll be told by Eddie Howe he'll get minutes, and he'll get brought on gradually, and just to watch the pace of the game, like Bruno did. And once Bruno got in, that's it. He's undroppable now.
I totally agree with that. That's it. Anyway, we're going to have a few minutes left of the show, guys. So do keep your comments coming in for the last part. As well.
I'm going to head off now, all right? Good to see you, lads.
No problem, Shaggy.
See you later,
mate. All the best, yeah.
And I'll catch you on Sunday.
Yeah, see you at the game on Sunday. Take it easy. Hope you enjoy it. Have a nice weekend. See you, lads.
You too, mate. See you later.
See you.
But no, I mean, Paqueta is definitely a one to look out. And I don't think that deal's dead by any chance.
I've just been getting sick of the rumors going around. People are getting like really overhyped over them because he's Bruno's teammate and thinks he's gonna definitely sign.
Well, we did go in for him last season, Peter. If you remember.
We did. Yeah, you got a point there, Tony.
They said no, and we got Bruno because we realised he was available.
Yeah,
which I found strange. So, and we pipped Arsenal to him, which was even better, and a host of other clubs around Europe as well.
Mm-hmm.
And like Eddie Howe said today in his press conference, the thing with Bruno is he joined us when we were in the relegation zone. And he took a massive risk.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we can sign someone the caliber of Bruno, we can get, we should be able to get anybody. And the thing is, like we discussed on last night's show with the two Man City fans, and even the Man City fans said, I think he said to John, he said, where do you want to finish? And John went, oh, well, if we finish in the top 10, I'll be happy. He went, no. He says, no. He says, you should be looking at the top 6 or 7. And I said, well, this is what I've said. I've said, if we finish 7th, I'll be happy. But if you look at the form table, I think we're second or third in the form table since January the 1st. And why can't we get in that top 6? Of course we can. We can get in that 6th or 7th place because we're better than Man United. We're proving that at the minute. We're better than them.
We are.
Are we better than? Can we be better than Wolves? Yes. Can we be better than Leicester? Yes. Can we be better than Brighton? Yeah. Why not? Can we be better than West Ham? Yes, because they're second bottom and they've played well so far this season.
Can we be better than Manchester United at this rate of time? Yes, we can.
Yeah. And let's hope West Ham get through at the Conference League, because when they do, they've got to play Thursday, Sunday. So their squad's gonna realise this, and they're gonna be tired. And Scamacca, I don't know if he'll cut it in the Premier League, because normally Italian strikers come in the Premier League and they don't cut it.
Yeah, Santiago's made a comment there. Paqueta played 44 games with Milan with 1 goal, signed 35 million euros and sold for 20. That is a worry, but he's been excellent for Lyon.
Yeah, I had his stats there on the screen for all to see, and you just got to give the guy a chance.
Well, that's it. But just with any other signing, you've got to give an opportunity if the sign.
I just want to put in there, according to the Mail, Chelsea want bloody Harry Maguire.
Wow,
I'm not joking. No. I'm not joking.
According to the Mail, so that could just be a rumor.
Yeah. Why would they want Maguire?
Jesus Christ.
I just had to put it out there.
They can have Lascelles instead if they want. You see, we missed a trick there, because about 4 years ago, I think, it must have been 4 years ago, it was when Rafa was manager. And do you remember Lascelles had that excellent season? And I think we played Chelsea, and he totally dominated that game for us in defence, which is something we don't often say about Lascelles.
Yep.
And Chelsea offered 50 million, and Newcastle turned that down. We should have took that money and ran.
Could have done.
Like we did with Moussa Sissoko when we mugged Spurs for 30 million.
Yep.
Same with Perez. We mugged
Yeah,
Leicester for
absolutely.
30 million. That's probably why they don't want to sell us Madison. Because, you see, with the Madison thing, yeah, fair enough. Okay, we've offered 45 million, but I think that's about right because he's got 2 years left on his contract.
Yep.
If he had, say, 3 years left or 4 years on his contract and they demanded 60 million, you then look at it and think, yeah, okay, fair enough, because he's on a longer contract. But because he's on a 2-year contract, they want 60 million. Well, that's never going to happen. And if he don't sign a contract, so by next summer, he's only going to have a year left. They'll not even get anywhere near 45 million for him. So
Well, there you
Leicester
are.
are playing a dangerous game.
Well, that's it. There you are. So, yeah, there you are. But anyway, guys, we've now come to the end of the show. So, again, it's been another great show. And what we'll do is we'll get your score predictions for the game on Sunday. Mason, what are you going with for Sunday?
To be honest, I think we'll 1-1.
1-1.
But I think I'm just going to see it now. I'm going to get battered off my auntie tomorrow because she is a Man City fan.
Oh, well, let's see what happens after full time on Sunday, Mason. And you
I
can,
know.
if we get something out of the game, you can say something to say to her about that.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, then, Mason, thank you very much.
No problem. Nice seeing you. Nice seeing you.
See you, Mason. See you, mate.
Again, Tony, you've said 1-1. But who are your scorers did you say were going to be again?
Wilson for Newcastle and Haaland for Man City. If Haaland does score, he's me captain on my fantasy team, so that'll get me some good points.
I mean, I did put Haaland in my fantasy team, I've got to admit. I did put Jesus in, and I did have Nunes at first until I've had to take him out because he got sent off. So,
God. I haven't got Nunes in mine. I've done all right on my fantasy team. I'm top of John Sinclair's league anyway. There's only like 4 teams in there. Mason's bottom of that.
I'm in Paul's league, and I think I'm right down there, I've got to admit.
And I'm in another team where there's about 100 teams, and I'm second in that one, so I'm not doing too bad at the minute.
Oh, that's good.
I'm on 148 points already.
Yeah. But anyway, Tony, thank you very much for coming on. As of course, Tony is part of John's channel, John Sinclair TV. So feel free to subscribe to John Sinclair's TV if you haven't already done so, because Tony is now part of is a co-host on John's channel as well. So
yeah,
what we got? Do you know what we got coming? What we got coming up on John's channel next?
Tomorrow we're going to have a bit of a transfer rumor show sort of thing tomorrow afternoon. So if you look out for that on Twitter, we're going to have a warm-up show on Sunday before the game, and talk about the team news and everything like that. So that'll be on in the afternoon, about 2 or 3 o'clock again. Monday we've got, I think we got the Premier League roundup on Monday. Tuesday we haven't got confirmed as yet, and Wednesday we normally have a fans forum, but we're going to probably have a warm-up show because with the Tranmere game being on TV, I don't think people will want to come on the fans forum. So
I think I'll be looking to do a watch along for the fan forum myself. So, and John may be joining me for that if he wants to come on. But anyway, thank you very much, Tony. Yeah. And hopefully see you on the next.
It's a pleasure to come on, mate.
Anytime at all. Cheers, Tony. See you later.
See you later, mate. Bye bye.
Right, guys, that's it for tonight. It's been a really, really good show. I might have to reschedule it for another day for the next show because I've got stuff on next Friday and the weekend as well. So I may have to look at during the week for the next show to be as soon as possible. But I'll let you know when as well. Of course, I will be at the game on Sunday, so do keep an eye out for me quick thoughts after the game. There will be fan reactions as well, and I may look to do a match review and player ratings live on the same day as well, whether it be with myself or whether it be with someone else in there as well. But but anyway, guys, thank you so much for tonight. Hope you have a great night. Enjoy your weekend as well, and let's hope we can get something on Sunday. Away the lads. See you all later. Take care of yourselves. Good night.